Hey guys, you are going to love this really simple worry doll tutorial. All you need is a little wooden bead for the head. We're using either a 15mm or 20mm bead. And then for the body we use 3mm macrame cord. In this video I'm using the 20mm wooden bead and two 55cm lengths of the 3mm macrame cord. Now, starting with just one cord, we place the ends together and follow it back down to the middle. Now we want to thread this middle loop up through the bead. So if your thread is too thick and it doesn't fit through the hole, then grab a thinner piece of thread, place it through the loop on that bigger cord, and then place both ends on this thinner cord up through the bead. Pulling that through to the end, and then you should be able to pull that thicker cord through the wooden bead. So just pulling enough through for a little loop here. You can adjust the sizes of everything after two. Now we can move on to wrapping our little worry doll body here just below the bead. So grabbing our second length of cord, we want our little arms to come up near the top. So I actually find it's easier to turn this upside down, and then we're going to work our way down. So holding this cord in the middle here, we bring the left side end around across to the right, leaving a little loop here on the left. Now bring this top cord down over this other cord and pass it underneath to come up that loop on the left hand side. Pulling both ends tight. This knot does work its way down, so just pulling that up a little bit so that we've got some room for the body. Now for a square knot we alternate each stitch. So this next stitch we bring the right side cord around across to the left, leaving our little loop here on the right hand side. Now left side cord comes down over this other cord and underneath to come up that loop on the right hand side. Pulling both ends tight. It's good to make sure your knots are sitting nice and tidy and flat as you go along before you go on to the next stitch. Now we're back to a left side stitch again. You may need to slide this knot up a little bit as well, just so you've got more room for the body, but you can see how the proportions are looking as you go along. Now up to a right side stitch again. Making sure to keep it nice and flat. And a left side stitch. Now it's up to you how many stitches you do for the body. You can make it as long as you want and your little legs and arms as long or short as you like as well. So I might just do one more stitch. And then I like to tie some simple overhand knots on each arm and leg just so they don't fray. So bringing the cord around to form a loop, bringing the end through the loop and pulling that down. Same on this other arm as well. Before I pull them down tight, I like to make sure that they're nice and even and sitting in proportion on both sides. Same on the legs as well. You can do 1 or 2 knots if you want knees as well on the legs. And if you've got enough cord, but tying an overhand knot onto each leg and making sure they're nice and even when you pull them tight. You can always untie and retie any of these knots until you're happy with them. But if you are happy, then you can cut the ends off just outside the knots. And there's your super simple, cute little worry doll.